everyone, so for today's video I'm going to be showing you what I keep in my makeup bag. Now this is going to be on a basic school morning. This isn't going to include things like eyeshadow and stuff. If you want to see what's in my general kind of makeup bag, then let me know down below. But every morning I kind of just use the same makeup for school and I just keep it in one makeup bag. I don't take the bag to school. I kind of just leave it on my chest of drawers, but those have been asking for what's in my makeup bag, and I thought I would show you the makeup I use for school, and then at a later date I'll show you what's in my full makeup bag when I've kind of sorted that one out. So this is going to include brushes and everything, skincare. This is kind of just what I use Monday to Friday before I go to school, and it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to do my makeup. It takes me 15 if I'm like just taking my time, I'm not going to be late. 10 minutes if I know I want to do something with my hair. I just keep it all in this Zoella makeup bag. I have had this for such a long time and it's still going strong. I just love the colour of it and the rose gold zip. So, well, is this rose gold? Not really, it's more like a gold. I just really like the makeup bag itself and it wipes down easily as well. I'm not going to do this in order you apply your face. It may turn out like that, but I'm just going to pull things out at random so we can be flicking from skincare to brushes to actual. First thing I've pulled out, this is the Nip and Fab Purified Teen Skin Fix Zero Shine Moisturiser. This is the moisturiser I've been using before school at the moment, and this is because it is zero shine, and I'm not a shiny oily person, but I have found this does help to keep my product on my forehead. I think my forehead and then my nose is where my makeup goes first, so this is just going to help it. It's kind of like a little bit of a primer, a little bit of a moisturiser. It is really moisturising as well, and it's designed for teen skin, and that's kind of what I want to be using. Stuff that is really going to target teenagers' skin. So that's kind of just a moisturiser I like to use underneath my makeup before school. And then the three face brushes I use are just here. I have the Real Techniques contour brush. I use this for powder on like around my nose and under my eyes. I then have the buffing brush, which is for foundation, and then I just have the powder brush, which is for powder obviously. And these are all from Real Techniques, if you're wondering. These are like the core collection. Then the foundation I use for school is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Foundation with vitamin C, as this is just very brightening. It's not gonna be the most high coverage, but for school you kind of want to just keep it looking natural anyway, and this just does the job. It's got SPF 15 in, so in the summer it's really nice just to have that little bit of SPF on my skin. It's very nice and light natural coverage, which is kind of just what you want for school. And before I apply that, the primer I use is the Feel Good Factor Translucent BB Cream from Soap & Glory with SPF 25. This is just designed to put on underneath your makeup. It's not necessarily called a primer, but it says every morning apply the Feel Good Factor to a well cleansed face and neck and on the backs of your hands. Makeup goes on top if you wear it, and reapply frequently for maximum protection. I just apply this once in the morning, to be honest, as a primer, and it works really well. My makeup doesn't seem to come off for most of the day unless I've done PE, so I like this. It does the job. This is all kind of coming out in some of an order because it's the order I put it back in my bag. So the concealers I use do tend to switch up a little bit depending on what my skin's like. So if I've got quite a few spots, I will change this one for the Model's Own concealer, but I just use the Rimmel Wake Me Up underneath my eyes, and like I said in Sunday's video, it is a really nice brightening concealer, so that's kind of why I like to use it. And then I just use the Maybelline Fit Me around the nose and on spots and things like that, and this is quite a high coverage concealer, so it is kind of compensating for the foundation. The powder, again, I tend to switch up, but the one I've just been using recently is the Beauty Pie One Powder Wonder. This is just a really nice clear white powder. Obviously it doesn't come out white, and it is kind of like fading. Like, it says Beauty Pie on it, you probably can't even see it, but it's kind of like fading now because I've been using it so much. And then it has a mirror as well, you can see yourself, and that's the one thing I really like about this powder. It has a mirror, so in the morning, even though I've got like a mirror in front of me, sometimes it's just easier to use the smaller one. I then just have my makeup sponge. I actually don't know what brand this was from. All I remember is like it's worth £8 or something. And when I go to America, I really just want to buy a proper, you know, the real beauty blender. See the real thing, as this is falling apart and it really smells, which is gross, and it probably needs another wash, but I just have this in here, which is what I use for my concealer instead of a brush. I just find for concealer this blends in really well and makes it look a little bit more, what's the word? It's not like as harsh with a brush, and yeah, this one in particular isn't very good for foundation, but it's great for concealer because it's really... I just have my Revlon Colorstay Quad M500 Addictive Intoxicant. You all know what this is for. This is for my brows. This is slowly hitting pan, which is so sad, but I just use shade number 3 for my eyebrows to fill them in, and then to set that in place, I use the Benefit Ready Set Brow. This is just a sample. I think I got out of Elle magazine ages ago, and my Gimme Brow ran out sadly, and that was tinted. So at the moment my brows aren't looking as good because this is just a clear gel, and the Gimme Brows kind of do something a little bit extra, but I really like the two of these together. I then have 2 mascaras in here. I don't wear them together, but the first one is just the Collection Volumizing Mascara, which is waterproof, and then I have a mini of the Benefit Roller Lash. So when I am doing PE, or if I have sport after school, like on a Monday I have netball, or if it's raining outside, I will put this one on because it's waterproof. On any other day where it's not raining or I don't have sport, I will use this, and this is very natural actually because it's the mini. Don't know if that makes any difference, but it's like both of them are very natural to the eyelashes. They just add volume or length. This one adds curl obviously, and I just really like them. Don't like them together, but separately they work really well. I've got some more tools in here, haven't I? The first thing is just this eyebrow comb brush thing. Doesn't have a brand or anything. It's just, yeah, I just use this to brush through my brows. I then just have the Real Techniques brow brush, and it's just what I use to fill them in. And then I just have my Primark eyelash curlers. These are actually really good. I heard a lot of mixed reviews before I bought these, but they were £1 and they're actually really, really nice. On my lips, obviously I take an EOS to school, but I need to apply something before I go to school, and I just use the Dr. Paw Original Balm, as this is really soothing. It's not drying at all. I don't really like to put anything else on my lips for school other than lip balm. Kind of like through the week, I let my lips breathe in a way before I apply lipstick on the weekend. And then to set everything in place, I use the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour makeup locking setting spray. This works a dream. Even with a primer, you still need to set the rest of it. This is everything I keep in this makeup bag during the week for school. Let me know, like I said, if you want to see like a what's in my makeup bag for the weekends, and yeah, whenever else I wear makeup, and I will do that for you. And yeah, if you have any other video ideas, make sure to just leave them down below. I'm always reading the comments and replying to a comment. I try and reply to every comment I can, so yeah, if you leave a comment, you're going to get a reply. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below, turn the notification bell on, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!